guys, this is Ollie. Welcome back to You in Korea. I hope you are all staying healthy and safe wherever you are. Thank you for stopping by. Let me just briefly remind you that You in Korea is a channel for those who love Korea, who want to learn more about this country. Here, I'm trying to share with you guys some information about Korea, tell you something interesting, some interesting stories from my life, and in general, some facts that may be not really well known worldwide. I hope you enjoy watching our videos. If you like them, please subscribe to our channel, give us thumbs up, and leave your feedback in the comment section. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. Do you know what this means? Well, I will explain. 새해 means New Year. 복 means happiness or blessing, good fortune. And 받으세요 means receive. So basically, it's wishing you a happy new year, but in Korean. Want to try repeat it with me? 새해 복 많이 받으세요. The Lunar New Year in Korean, which is January 1st in lunar calendar, is a big holiday, just like Chuseok that we talked about before. In Korean, the first day of the new year, according to the lunar calendar, is called Seollal. This year, in 2022, Seollal is on February 1st. Of course, there are holidays in your countries as well that are celebrated by all people, like the national holidays. Well, in Korea, as I mentioned before, there are two big representative national holidays, and they are Chuseok, that we talked about before, and Lunar New Year, Seollal. Among them, Seollal is especially meaningful because it marks the beginning of the new lunar year. The origin of the word Seollal is the wish that I can live without any problems for a year and new. And I also think it has a meaning of getting 1 year older. So when did exactly the tradition of Seollal start? Records related to Seollal can be found from the Three Kingdoms period of 고구려, 백제, and 신라. In the historical book called 삼국사기, you can see the record that the Lunar New Year was celebrated in 261 AD. Of course, the tradition of Seollal started long before that. During the Japanese colonial period, there was a time when they tried to get rid of Seollal and forced the Western calendar standards in Korea. Although Japan tried to get rid of Korea's tradition, the tradition of New Year's Day was strong that the custom continued. So what do people do on Seollal? Well, actually, the celebration of the Lunar New Year starts on the day before, which is the last day of the previous year, or the New Year's Eve. But today I want to talk mainly about the New Year's Day itself. At dawn, on the first day of the new year, it is said that the king held a large ancestral rite at Jongmyo Shrine and received New Year's greetings from his servants at the palace when the sun came up. The private sector is no different. On the morning of New Year's Day, everyone gathers to pay tribute to the ancestors, and after performing New Year's vow, people eat together and share good wishes, sharing wisdoms for the year and wishing for blessings. Then they visit their relatives, elders, and neighbors to share blessings with each other. Do you remember one of our old videos about hanbok? Well, if you're interested in Korean traditional clothing, which actually scholars around the world praise for its beauty, you can try and find one of our old videos and watch. Of course, even for the new year, Koreans wear hanbok. But this time it's a little bit different because this time hanbok is called solbim, which means that actually on the first day of the new year, you're wearing new clothes. Since the new year begins with Seollal, it is meaningful to throw away all the old things and start anew. This also expresses the joy of welcoming the new year. Speaking of hanbok, you've all probably seen it once or twice. These days, thanks to K-pop stars, hanbok has become very famous around the world. Hanbok is, of course, unique to Korean people, and no matter what other countries might say, it will always be Korean. So just like that, wearing a new hanbok, people bow to their elders. This tradition is called sebe. Sebe means the first greeting of the new year by bowing to your elders. Men and women of all ages change into new clothes that is called solbeam. They arrange memorials for their ancestors, and then everybody sits down and performs bow for the elders. Grandparents and parents first bow down, then the younger ones, such as older brothers and sisters, bow to their elders in turn to greet the new year. Personally, I think Sebe is a very beautiful tradition. Korea has been called the country of courtesy in the East since the ancient times. Well, since I've lived in Korea for a while, I can say that Korean people are actually really polite and kind. I think that the culture of respecting your elders, combined with the hard work and sincerity unique to the Korean people, is the driving force that made it one of the world's leading economic powers. Of course, we cannot skip food, right? If you're interested in Korean food, you can also check out one of our older videos about it. Well, for Lunar New Year, there are foods, there are dishes that you must eat for this holiday. Lots of various dishes are prepared to entertain all the guests who come from all over the country, and collectively all those dishes are called setan. There are many various dishes that form setan, but the number may be different from house to house. The one thing that categorizes the setan tradition is that the food must be made with sincerity. The main dish, of course, is tteokguk. That's why we call tteokguk the representative food of the Lunar New Year in Korea. Tteokguk is a dish made by thinly sliced karetok, which is a bar rice cake, boiled in a soup. Karetok is white in color, and since it is a day when the old year passed and the new year has come, and it's the day when heaven and earth come to life again, so it means to be solemn and clean. To say that I ate one more bowl of rice cake soup is also an expression of having passed the New Year's Eve and becoming 1 year older. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Today we talked about Seollal, or the New Year's Day in Korea. I hope it was interesting. I hope you learned something new from this video. Now you know what you must do when you come to Korea in winter, right? I hope we can all experience these traditions together, like having sebe with smiling elders or eating rice cake together. Me personally, I think that through this kind of experiences, you get to learn more about the country and have deeper affection for Korean people. I really, really hope that I will be spending my next Lunar New Year here as well. And until then, well, I'll be back with more videos soon. I hope you guys enjoy watching them. I'll be bringing more interesting topics. If you like watching our videos, please subscribe to the channel, give us thumbs up, and of course, leave your feedback in the comment section. I'll be back soon, and until then, 안녕!